Coming up next on Arizona Horizon, the impact of mass layoffs at major companies as the U.S. job market sees more fires than hires. Also tonight, a look at recreational day programs to help older adults stay active, social, and engaged. And a new exhibition at the Phoenix Art Museum showcases works of Florentine paintings and sculptures from the House of Medici. The stories and more next on Arizona Horizon.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Arizona PBS, members of your public television station.
For over 65 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
Good evening and welcome to Arizona Horizon. I'm Ted Simons. Recent mass layoffs at major U.S. companies, most notably Amazon and UPS, raising concerns over the job market and the direction of the economy. For more on this, we welcome economist Sean Ewan. He's from ASU's Seidman Research Institute over at the W.P. Carey School of Business. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we got large-scale layoffs at these major companies. What's going on out there?
Well, you hear about tens of thousands of people getting laid off. It's never a great sign for the economy, is it? But I think looking at the aggregate data picture tells a little bit of a more nuanced story, and that's that the labor market is still relatively strong, but there are signs of underlying weakness. What do I mean by that? Well, we've seen massive employment slowdown this year, right? We saw from May to August, we saw about 27,000 jobs created per month on net. That same number during the previous 12 months was about 150,000. So that's a big drop. Unemployment has increased marginally to 4.3%. Now, that's still really low by historical standards, but it is the highest we've seen since 2021. So it gives some cause for concern.
Indeed, and we talk about Amazon at 14,000 layoffs, UPS 48,000, Paramount 1,000 is the start of, I guess they're going to do more here down the line. Target isn't planning, apparently, to hire special workers, part-time workers and temps for the holiday season, and even Target is planning on laying some people off after the holiday season is. So is it a correction out there, or is it something else?
Well, it's tough to say, and it's tough to say how much these layoffs are representative of the broader trends. Number one, because the United States sees 5 to 6 million hires per month and 5 to 6 million total separations. So these layoffs are a pretty small fraction of that. But furthermore, we don't have great updates to the national labor statistics as of now, right? The government shutdown has caused a blackout in a lot of this data, so we didn't get the update for September data that we otherwise would have, and we're also not going to get the update for October that we otherwise would have.
So again, you refer to layoffs. Layoffs remain sluggish, I guess would be one way to look at it.
Yeah.
But the jobless rate at or near 4% for the last 16 months.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, again, it is low by historical standards, but it is rising. And I think the Fed would agree with me that this is a cause for somewhat of concern because last week they lowered interest rates. This is kind of a big deal because inflation remains above their target of 2%. I believe for September it was 3%. Lowering interest rates usually causes inflation. So the fact that they are lowering interest rates to bring the jobless rate down indicates that they think that this is relatively a big deal.
Is that something that you think they will continue to see as a big deal? Because, again, we're all looking for numbers here. They are, as the Fed, I'm sure, is as well, but they've got their own numbers, I'm sure. What do you expect? How do you expect them to react to this kind of stuff?
Well, it's tough to say, and I think during their last presentation when they announced these job cuts, Chairman Jerome Powell said that he wouldn't rule out keeping rates steady or rule out prioritizing inflation in the future, but what he really said was that we need clear data on this, and that if we don't end this blackout of government data, the best course of action would just be to stay the course and not change interest rates at all.
As far as these mass layoffs are concerned, how much does AI have to do with this and the idea that companies might be looking ahead and saying, well, AI can take care of 15 of these workers. Let's streamline, let's get lean and mean. Is that what's going on out there?
Well, I would say it's unlikely. It could be that these last mass layoffs that we saw just in the last couple weeks are the start of that. But in terms of the weak labor market so far this year, I wouldn't say that that plays a major part because we don't see it in the aggregate data statistics, right? We don't see massive changes in the composition of employees. We don't see changes in more AI-exposed occupations disappearing. We don't see changes in the number of unemployment claims by workers in exposed industries increasing. So I don't think that that plays a big story right now, but certainly it could in the future.
Do we know what exposed industries are out there when it comes to AI? It seems AI is just on Wall Street, it's a frenzy out there. Everyone thinks AI is going to be, it used to be everyone was afraid it was going to take over the world. Now it's like it's the savior of everything. I mean, it goes from one side to the other.
Yeah, good question. And we don't know for certain, but we have certain methods of looking into this. We think that fairly routine but cognitive tasks are relatively more AI exposed than other things. So stuff like HR professionals or business analysts, they might see more AI exposure than, say, a plumber.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, these mass layoffs that we're seeing right now, are we expecting to see more from major companies?
Well, we certainly could. I mean, I think one explanation for this might be tariffs. Tariffs are a drag on economic growth. And outside of a small handful of tech companies, corporate profits have declined this year. They're still strong, but they've declined. And so that indicates that maybe they've drawn back investment a little bit. And when you draw back investment, you need less employees to carry out your business practices. So that would indicate more layoffs, less hiring.
I was going to ask about tariffs. Are tariffs, are they a bit of a lagging indicator here? Are we not going to know about tariffs till the genie's out of the bottle here?
Well, I think we can say that tariffs have had a little bit of a subdued impact relative to what we expected, partly because of loopholes and partly because corporate profits were strong going into this year, and it allowed corporations to kind of eat up some of these tariffs. But this is still a drag on economic growth and economic activity, and forecasters expect lower economic growth this year than they did a year ago, and that's an indication of the effect of tariffs.
Okay, so, and I should mention, UPS did cite tariffs as one of the reasons why they got rid of, what was it, 48,000 employees.
Yeah.
So the bottom line, do major layoffs, when we see this kind of thing, does that signal major changes ahead?
Not necessarily, but it is cause to be a little bit wary. It would be nice if we had the federal government data to kind of give us a better indication of where the labor market is. But now all we can do is hope for updates to that soon. And in the meantime, take these layoffs as maybe an indication of things getting worse, but not a strong signal.
Interesting. Sean Ewan, ASU economist, good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Arizona PBS and the Heard Museum are hosting a sneak peek event for the highly anticipated Ken Burns documentary, The American Revolution. Join us at the museum for America at 2:50 Indigenous Voices on the evening of Wednesday, November 12th. See selections from the film, as well as the original Arizona PBS digital series, What Happened in AZ. Scan the QR code on the screen to register, or go to azpbs.org/America250 and learn more.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
It's so nice to have you here. It's worth it.
Wheels up in 5.
Very simple, but very elegant food.
I'm trying to save your father's life.
Excited?
I can't wait.
I'm just in awe.
On Finding Your Roots, Anita Hill
I'd like to hope that I've inherited tenacity.
and Brittany Patnett Cunningham.
I didn't even know that anything was missing.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday night at 7 on Arizona PBS.
A local center is helping to address loneliness among older adults. The Vintage Silver Center is a recreational day program for Phoenix seniors that provides a variety of activities and support to help seniors stay active, social, and engaged. And tonight, we learn more about the center as part of our monthly AARP-sponsored segment that highlights issues important to older adults in Arizona. Joining us now is Brittany Jones. She's co-founder and co-owner of the Vintage Silver Center. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So the Vintage Silver Center is an actual center. It's an actual building. It's a place you can go.
Yes.
Okay, give me a better definition of what it's all about.
It's a recreational day center. We are an actual building where people can come and drop their loved ones off during the day. We provide meaningful activities with a recreational therapy foundation, and then they can come and pick them up and take them home.
Okay, recreational therapy plan. I guess each member can get their own individual plan. Is that true?
Yes, sir, it is.
How does that work?
Yeah, so how it works is they come in and they have an assessment that's done by a recreational therapist. And what they do is they find out what goals that they have, and we create activities that will match their goals. For example, if they have a goal to be more social or be more physically active, then we provide activities and make activities that will meet their goal.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all thing?
No, sir.
Not by any stretch. And when you define recreation, you mean music and arts and games and all that kind of stuff?
Those are some things that meet the domains of recreational therapy. Recreational therapy has 5 domains of therapy. So we have a social, emotional, cognitive, physical, and spiritual aspects of recreational therapy. And so we do activities that meet those goals.
I'm reading therapeutic recreational models and techniques. So there's really a targeted effort here, correct?
Correct. This is not just playing games to play games.
Right.
Correct.
But what do we know about recreational models and techniques?
Yeah, recreational therapy is science-backed. They do a lot of information on how people do better with having goals with the activities that they do.
How do they do better? It's a science shows that I think we all know now, being social really helps, and being isolated doesn't help much at all.
Yeah. So what happens is, loneliness impacts over 50% of our population 60 and older. And so the goals will allow them to meet what needs that they're looking for.
Got to give them a sense of purpose as well, I would
Correct.
imagine.
Yes, a large sense of purpose.
Some of the favorite activities, we saw some folks dancing. We see a little dog, right? That's a beautiful dog.
That's our recreational therapy dog, Penny.
That must be the most loved dog in the valley.
She's very, very loved.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as far as some of the favorite activities, what seems to attract the most folks?
They do love music and dancing. They do enjoy doing activities that stimulate their brain, so cognitive activities, so trivia or name games or things like that really get them thinking and engaged with one another.
It sounds like, and I think I read on your website, that you promote holistic health and well-being. What does that mean?
What does that mean? It's a client-centered approach at at working with individuals. So even from a recreational therapy or a social work approach, we are looking at people as a holistic. So what are they as a whole person, not just a medical piece or a limitation that they have.
Yeah, and I read as well, 31% isolation, a 31% increase in the risk for dementia, heart disease, depression, early mortality. I mean, it's important to be around people.
It is. Science definitely has shown that. There's been a lot of studies based on how increased loneliness can not only help or impact somebody from a mental health standpoint, like you mentioned, depression and anxiety, but also physically. Increased loneliness can cause high stress, which then leads to high blood pressure and other issues. We
should also mention that while these folks are there, caregivers, family members, they get a little time off, don't they?
You are right, and that's the goal. We understand that many people want to take care of their loved ones inside their home, and through the consulting work that I've done throughout the years, I created Vintage Silver Center because there is a gap in service for individuals.
I was going to say, why did you do that?
Yeah, not everybody wants to hire caregivers to come inside their home, or can they afford it? Same thing with making a transition out of their home into senior living. That's not everybody's goal. Most people's goal is to stay home as long as possible. So Vintage Silver Center allows them a place to do that and age in place.
What can you talk to us about the costs here? How much costs are involved?
Yeah, so we have very affordable costs. We do loyalty packages, and our rates are running between $8 and $10 an hour. There's really nothing like that on the market right now.
I was going to say, but it's probably not covered by insurance, I would imagine.
It is not covered by insurance. It is a private pay service.
Okay, where do you get more information if you see all this fun and you go, I think I know someone who might be liking that sort of thing?
Yeah, you can go to Vintage Silver Center. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. We have all that information. Or you can stop by our location off of 16th Street in Indian School, and we'll be there to answer any questions you may have.
And last question from me, real quickly
Sure.
here. It's got to be rewarding.
It is so rewarding. If you walk into the building, you'll hear the girls laughing, the members laughing. They have a good time. They really create a sense of community within each other.
Well, very good. Congratulations on this and continued success. Brittany Jones, Vintage Silver Center there at 16th Street in Indian School. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Along State Route 80 in southeast Arizona is the town of Tombstone. 2 miles west, at the end of a dusty road, stands a monument to its founder, prospector Ed Schieffelin. In 1878, Schieffelin sought riches in the untamed Mule Mountains, despite being warned that the only thing he'd find there was his tombstone. Schieffelin cheated death and discovered several rich silver strikes that launched a boom and established the town. By the 1880s, Tombstone was the county seat, filled with wild and colorful characters whose escapades were chronicled in what is now Arizona's oldest continuously published newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. The boom had ended by the mid-1890s. Over the following decades, Tombstone transformed itself into a town Ed Schieffelin wouldn't recognize by turning legends of its lurid past into tourist gold and billing itself as the town too tough to die.
I'm Jeff Bennett. Tonight on the NewsHour, the Trump administration says it plans to pay some, but not all, food stamp benefits during the government shutdown. That's at 6 on Arizona PBS.
A new exhibit at the Phoenix Art Museum highlights paintings, sculptures, and decorative art drawn from 17th and 18th century Florence. It's a collection of pieces that are rarely seen outside of Italy. The exhibit also considers a legacy of the House of Medici. Rachel Zebro is the Phoenix Art Museum's Associate Curator of Collections, and she joins us now. Welcome to Arizona Horizon.
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is Florentine Baroque art, correct?
Yes.
From which 17th, 18th centuries?
Yes. Mostly 17th, some into the 18th century.
And the House of Medici is a big focus. What was the House of Medici?
So the Medici family was a big family in Italy, primarily in Florence and Rome, that ran the banking and a lot more during that time period.
And the art during that time period, was it specific to it? Was it distinct, I should say?
They would have commissioned a lot of the artists to do a lot of this work. Yeah.
The exhibit has gilded paintings and sculptures.
Correct.
Gilded paintings?
Mostly paintings, 2 sculptures.
Yeah.
30 paintings.
How did you find all these things?
One man, Sir Mark Ferris-Haukel, he's a private collector and philanthropist. He's based in Houston. And this is his collection that he has lent to the museum.
Can I ask just, how does that work? Let's say Ted Simons has a whole collection of something art, and the Phoenix Art Museum. Do you come to me and say, I'm interested? Do I go to you and say, hey, you want to show some of my stuff off? How does that work?
There's really no formula. It's all networking and meeting people, and actually Sir Mark had a connection in Tucson that brought him to Arizona, and he made us visit to Phoenix, and that's when we first met him, and he introduced us to his collection, and we were very enthusiastic and excited about it, and then before you know it, it's on view for a year at the Phoenix Art Museum. And it's also a collection that has traveled extensively. It was in a 5-venue European tour, and it's been to over 15 different universities and institutions throughout the country.
All right, so we know how to get this done then, right? It knows how to display itself, huh?
Exactly.
All right, let's look at some of the art here. The Annunciation to the Immaculate Virgin is one of these. That's beautiful.
Yes, this is the Annunciation of the Virgin. This is by an artist, Alessandro Gherardini. And he's a 17th century artist in Florence, but he also traveled a lot across Europe. And what you see here is him kind of bringing back all of these different styles that he would have been introduced to. This is actually probably one of the more expressive paintings that you see in the exhibition. Very kind of thick, kind of heavy brushstrokes that you can't always see on the screen here, but this is a very painterly painting. And, you know, the folds of the Virgin's garments and the sunlight with God the Father there kind of peeking in on the left, and the Holy Spirit, the bird, kind of, or the dove coming down and kind of shining that light. The Archangel Gabriel hands the Virgin Mary, the symbol of purity, which is the lily. And so, you know, but this is such a good painting to start with because it's so pure Baroque. The drama, the theatricality, the color.
And religious.
Yes. So a lot of the work is kind of drawn from religious and classical narratives, but also allegories and mythology.
All right. The next one. The next one we're going to look at is Saint Sebastian. It's another oil painting, Saint Sebastian, right?
Yes.
What do we got here?
This is Saint Sebastian. This is by an artist, Onorio Marinari. He's also a 17th century artist in Florence. Safe to say, all of them are. And the story of Saint Sebastian, so he was a Roman soldier in the 3rd century, and he practiced Christianity under the Emperor Diocletian when he was not supposed to be practicing Christianity. And so a lot of actually the portraits of religious figures that you see in the exhibition are of Christian martyrs. And because of this, he was sentenced to be tied to a tree and shot with arrows. And how we know that it's him is one of the 2 things that he's holding in his hand. One of them is a palm frond, which is a symbol of his martyrdom, and the other one is an arrow. And this is really interesting because it's not typical of the scene that you see Saint Sebastian in. And that's very iconic of Florentine imagery. is that they capture kind of a more emotional part of the story. And so here we kind of see Saint Sebastian kind of touching his skin as a nod to his sacrifice and looking up toward the heavens.
Wow, very well explained. We're kind of running out of time here, but I want to get a sculpture in here.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get this one in here because
Giovanni,
holy smokes, what are we looking at?
Yes, so this is Mercury. So this is the Roman messenger of the gods. And again, this is very kind of typical Baroque style. You know, this is Mercury kind of in flight, right? So he's, stands for communication, commerce, trade. He's holding the caduceus, which is a kind of a rod with intertwined snakes around it. And he's standing kind of on this mouth that is shooting out air. So kind of this like speedy messenger of the gods. It is a beautiful sculpture. Giovanni was one of the most kind of popular Mannerist sculptors of the time. This would have been a very familiar image to a lot of Florentine audiences.
Okay, the exhibit runs for a year. I know you got a program in the sales office there, the gift shop, a beautiful catalog, I'm sure.
Yes, gorgeous.
Rachel Zebro, again, the Phoenix Art Museum. This was fascinating, and it's going to be for a year. It's going to be at the Art Museum, and lots more that we couldn't show tonight, but it sounds like a great exhibition. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, of course. Please come and see it.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great evening.